Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to round number 17 for the Japanese Grand Prix, as we sort of just done a quick race here at, on the wheel I was doing, for you guys, basically, but yeah, it went, heap, you could say. And yeah, but anyway, just practicing even more on the wheel, and today we're going to do round number 17 for the Japanese Grand Prix, of course. So, round number 17, just gotta wait for the menus all to load. First part of the session, we're gonna, by the way, do practice on the wheel. So we're gonna use my steering wheel, which is new, which I'm still learning on how to use, and all of that. And the second part, we're gonna use the controller, basically. And yeah, we're gonna race, hopefully, to get some decent points today. Hopefully we can get some, or meet some of our team objectives today as well, unlike last time, in terms of the, the R&D. Obviously that'd be very important to us, getting all these R&D points, so we can obviously save some of the parts that we've already got on the car for next season, where we're going to probably be using certainly the wheel at certain races in the season, and we'll be alternating it between the wheel and the controller, because I want to have some decent competitive races next year, but also I want to learn the wheel as well, and yeah, use the wheel predominantly next season. So obviously we're going to use the wheel for free practice 1, obviously, so gonna use that here.
As I'm sure you're well aware, there have been some recent changes to the driver lineup.
Let's see.
At key points in a season, drivers who are due to end their current contracts may choose to move between teams, or even go into retirement.
Okay,
each
so
time a move occurs to keep you abreast of any recent changes.
Sounds like there's been a bit of driver movement in the drivers' window. So Carlos Sainz is replacing Weber, and Weber is moved to Williams, as Robert Kubica has been let go of his job then at Williams after 17 races then. So yeah, 17 races, Weber off to Williams, and Sainz at Alfa Romeo. In all honesty, that's interesting. I think Weber at Williams, I think, is a bit of a step back for Weber, personally. But Sainz at Alpha, I don't know, interesting. I don't think Sainz would go to Alpha in real life, but yeah, nonetheless, it's only a game, I guess. Anyway, let's get into free practice 1. So we're going to use the wheel here for free practice 1, just to obviously learn it for next season, of course, where we're going to use it, certainly in races next season. We may turn down the AI difficulty in those races that we are using it, okay, the wheel, so yeah, obviously that is a maybe, but right now, obviously we're just learning the wheel in terms of really how it handles and performs, and the throttle, obviously, and the brake pedal, so we just want to learn that for this first few practices here, of course, and the controls on it. So yeah, obviously forgetting the all do it. So, oh dear, already having an off moment. Oh, sorry. Do apologise. That happened multiple times yesterday. Alright. Ah dear. Balls. Right, let's not keep doing this. Right, on rubber limiter now. Alright. Jumping up the car. The main, by the way, focus for practice right now is just literally learning the wheel, getting used to how the wheel sort of behaves, I guess, and the throttle. And right now it is an interesting experience. I'm gonna admit that. It's very, very bumpy and feel the actual bumps. Don't want to go quite flat out just yet. Feel like brake is maybe very sensitive. And same with the throttle. Maybe very... Ooh. Alright. Let's go. So this is track climatization. Let's try and get at least a green score. So we've got purple 1. So 3 purples there in that first little segment. Chuck the car in. So far, this lap hasn't been maybe great in terms of the performance, but it's been okay in terms of what that is saying. Saying we're fast enough. Sunny and some corners here. Well wide there. Wow, that was ridiculous. Right, let's see. Hopefully racked up enough R&D points to get the greens. Not quite. Only 60 off. Right, that's a lot of corners where we're not hitting the mark. Alright. So 141. I know certainly a lot more time to come. So slight bit down on the actual lap delta there. But in terms of points wise, we've only had a number of greens and 0 reds yet, which must count for something. already we've matched last lap's score tally in terms of points throughout the lap, so already moments away from matching it.
This is the last lap of the program.
There we go, that was a very good lap, so that's fairly decent. Let's try and... There we go. Bit quicker. So this has certainly been a better lap from my point of view. Up to that point. So that'll be the R&D points, and we can take from that lap then indeed. So that's where we're laying on that one. So we'll return to the garage. Obviously, as I say, these first few, like, you know, it's not about pace.
If you want to change to a new strategy,
exactly
or if
right
there
now.
are any particular car adjustments you would like made in the pit stop. When I do so, a prompt will appear on the MFD showing how long you have to respond. To answer, hold the radio button to open the radio screen. This will display your available responses. You may either speak the command or select it
just
manually
gonna have a
on the
look
radio screen.
at where we're on in terms of lap delta. So first sector,
So
we're
far, our
down.
fastest lap is a 1 minute 40.
So we're not that bad in the final overall, but 6 seconds down right now. That is how far off the pace we are in this lap at the moment on these hard compound tyres. If we take away maybe some of the back markers, then we're probably closer to 5 or 4 seconds right now down on the lap times. But we're quite far down at the moment. Obviously, it's not where we want to be, like, at all at the moment. Alright, let's see what we can do on medium compound tyres. Oh dear, that's a bit of a crash. So, yeah, a bit of a moment then, that. So this one is just about getting used to the car, this program. I'm learning how to drive in a race scenario, so if we can get, let's say, within maybe a couple of tenths or something good, I don't know, about a second or a second and a half down. I know it's odd to be saying that would be good, but honestly it would. To be that far down would be quite a decent job from me. Car go out wide, so 1.7. Little 5 seconds quicker. Right.
Okay, you weren't quite good enough that lap. Try again.
2 seconds down. Come out for this has been a stinking lap there. Had to come out throttle, which isn't ever what you want. So I've always want to at least have half throttle, if not full throttle around here. Having a lot of mistakes in this middle. Alright, bring the car back in, clip the apex. I wonder if, being 5 seconds off the pace, we can keep this Mercedes behind. If so, for how long? That was nice through there. Huge crash.
Let me know you're okay.
That was odd. No, you can't keep Mercedes behind. So 4 seconds off the race pace there. Puts us. Wow. Try and make up a bit of time. Ah, I had it in the slide, and then it all ran away. So. Obviously, this is the last sort of part of the lap we're doing. Oh, we're not going any further than this.
That looked bad. Are you alright? Let me know you're alright.
Looked bad, it was bad, Jeff. So on average, there we're around
Okay,
2
you weren't
seconds
quite
off.
getting off that lap. Try again.
On average. I took out Hamilton. Sorry, I took out Hamilton then there. Right, let's now disconnect this. And now let's obviously go basically into what is effectively the qualifying today. We're now going to use the controller, so basically we're now using that. Okay, I know again we haven't got really
to remind ourselves of our top three.
the resource points we
Vettel,
want,
Hamilton and Pierre
but
Gasly.
oh well.
What an incredible practice session.
So
Doesn't stop here, though. Join us
Weber
again
and
for the rest of the
Albon
weekend
very
on
much similar in the standings at the moment. Right now, of course, Weber has already scored 19 points for Williams, you could say. Well, obviously, them 19 points don't really count, as you guys should know, for much really at the moment, because obviously the way points work in Formula 1, you need to score them for your current team, so any points either driver have right now.
How do you feel about this team's performance this season?
So Alfa Romeo, how do you feel?
You scraped the walls a few times. Were you struggling?
So obviously
Well, thanks anyway.
Weber and Sainz in their first session with their respective teams of Alfa Romeo and Williams have obviously shined here a bit of a light, I guess you could say, and really have you know, done a quite decent job then there in that first session for them, really. So can't say, you know, so 126 then there, rep going down just a slight tad then there, but that don't really matter too much. So getting resource points is what counts, but let's have a good session then here. And let's see whether or not we can, you know, get through Q1. Then if we can get into Q2, then that'll be a bonus. Anything beyond Q2 is obviously extra.
Welcome to the only
It
Right.
won't be easy getting out of this qualifying session, but see what you can do.
Let's
Everyone
go
ready?
for it.
Okay, let's go.
So here we go then. This is now where we can step up to the mark and prove once again our worth in the Formula 1 car in this Toro Rosso. And yeah, hopefully we can deliver a decent result then today. Obviously, right now you never forget how to drive a Toro Rosso. One that I built so far. And in a few races time we can reflect back on season 1 in terms of the progress I think we've made. Like, yeah. This is a circuit that I quite honestly enjoy coming to, by the way. Car feels good. We may have to take, by the way, a engine component change here today. Alright, turn the engine up to 11. Here we go then, on the first of the flying laps, as we now just open up the DRS, let the car run down into turn 1, flat out in turn 1, don't think really about lifting till turn 2, gentle on the brake through turn 2, you still want to coast the car through turn 2, and up here it's all about coasting. And yeah, the car just got away then there. Even though we're playing on the controller, usually that don't really happen. Try this again. I didn't have a greatest segment through here. Alright. No, we need to... get the car through probably one of the fastest corners on the circuit. Small warning for exceeding track limits. Cardo doing fastest time out of anyone. Yeah, we're going to be somewhat 1.3 seconds off then here. I feel like there's more time we need to unlock if we want to get even off the last row of the grid. Five-place grid penalty. Right, Verstappen's into the 29s. So we're gonna have to go again. Right now, no one has come around slower than me. That is terrible. Right, so we're a long, long way off right now. So, in terms of our pace, we are slow. Let's see what our teammate does though. We're only 3.1 actually, we've been worse off in the past. Teammate's 2.3, so yeah, we'll improve. I have no doubt about that.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1 minute 32.6.
Alright, let's go.
All clear the garage, please. Car ready to leave.
So it's time to now set the field alight. Hopefully we can do what we've done a few times this season, and that's really race hard and get the car into where it should be. Here we go then. So we need about a 1.5 seconds improvement. I would say, to stand a chance of getting through. So that'd be a very low 31 that we're aiming for now. Maybe even a mid 1 minute 30. I'm not going to claim it'll be easy, because it won't. But if we want to go through, we're going to have to make it look easy. Alright, here we go then. Open up DRS, down into turn 1. Not getting as good of an exit, so that's going to affect my run all the way down into turn 1. But this is where we're looking to claw back the time through the corners here, because I know that's where we lost out. So much time was in these corners, and yeah, already more or less back really on a par. Really to where we should be. Absolutely flying through there, and we're already 1 second up on our lap time best. So from here now, it's just about improving by these milliseconds now and keeping the lap together, holding on to what we've got. This is where the lap could easily fall apart. Going a bit wide through there. Hopefully that doesn't affect our run too much. Has done a little bit, but we've got a very good exit, which should just help us out in terms of carrying the speed up through here. And we're now only 2 seconds off the pace, so it is now a lot better than what it was before then here, for sure. Final sector, this is where it all counts, and 2.4, so we're at where we wanted to be, and it's a 31, but is it fast enough to progress? No, it isn't. P18 then here on the grid then for tomorrow's Grand Prix, but I don't think we had much more pace. I'm not sure. We outqualified our teammate by only 1/10 of a second, so I'll have to take that as some positive, but unfortunately we are out of Q1. And look at Lucas Weber in the Williams. Wow, what a lap then there from Weber, the German. Is this the man who's going to take over from the #1 German Vettel? But all I know, that was a very good lap from certainly Weber, Lucas Weber, of course, then there for the Williams. Only a second off. Will he start in 6th? then tomorrow. Obviously, the grid ain't decided yet. The other two segments of qualifying obviously sort of now get simulated, so they sort of put the cars where they think they are, sort of thing. So maybe the game will put Weber further down, maybe, who knows, but Weber comfortably through them there in P6 then. Only a second off the pace of the Ferrari then, but we outqualify our teammate, which means obviously is good, but obviously, yeah, the pace just, I don't know, whether the car was there, I'm not too sure. I just think, you know, overall I don't want to be blaming anyone, like, yeah.
And a very warm welcome to the Japan. It's time to take a look at us.
So, here we go then for the Japanese Grand Prix, round number 17. We're starting P18. Obviously, this is our engine, as you heard, engine suppliers home race. So, obviously, a good result here will certainly impress the bosses, but it's not going to be easy to get up inside.
We're not seeing any technical issues
the
coming
top
off
10.
the practice start. Watch the RPM on a full start. We don't want to bog down.
So, obviously the car pulled away was good there. So only a tenth of a second out qualified our teammate we did then hereby. Now, obviously, the nice thing about Japan, it is just a classic circuit, meaning you have to sort of respect it differently, but, yeah. This ain't going to be an easy Grand Prix. Now, the race is 13 laps here. So 13 laps of hopefully will be good fighting. In terms of my expectation, I'm not too sure. You know, it's very hard to tell. Like, we have qualified our teammate, but we're this far down. I'm gonna say if we can get maybe up to 15th, that'd be a decent result. But before we start this race, I just want to check where Lucas Weber is. So, there's Russell. Where is Weber? Weber's quite far up. Wow! How far up is that from Lucas Weber? Can't quite see. Looks like he's certainly in the top 6. Fifth. Lucas Weber is 5th. I know we've had a 5th this season, but that was much earlier on around a circuit I'm really good at. But wow, look how on his debut, look how many positions he's out qualified his teammate by. He's basically 10 whole positions ahead, or no, sorry, 11 positions ahead of Russell, who's in the exact same equipment as him. That is just astonishing. Wow. So, will Weber be able to continue this? If, you know, he can, then that'd be great for him. Or will he drop down the field? Obviously, Japan's never an easy track to get used to, but, you know, Weber in P5 then here. So lights out and away we go, covering off Devon Butler, who's sort of just made a little bit of a better start than me, getting more of a run rather than out-dragging, and we've crashed into our teammate here once again. More woes from myself and my teammate. we keep on touching one another this season. It's like, you know, we've got something wrong with us. We keep on going together in close will-to-will combat. In so far this season, which isn't something I want, but down the inside, what a move we've made then there. And we've sort of gone a bit too much. I'm going to just use one flashback from here. I don't think we got any damage on the car. No, we don't. So, right, this was one of my favourite overtaking spots in F1 2018. Will it be the same in F1 2019? Having to outdrive Ricciardo there just a little bit. Then, we do that. Now we're going to slipstream Norris, who's obviously in P16. So let's try and slipstream Norris here. Obviously Ricciardo's just behind, so he'll be probably planning on doing the exact same thing. Here comes Daniel Ricciardo. Can he make the move into 100 and I think 130R, I think that's the name of the corner, I'm pretty sure, 160R. But I'm pretty sure it's 130R. I'm gonna go with that. Surprised I forgot the name of that corner. It is 130R, I've just realised. Pushing out Ricciardo. Ricciardo gonna be so late as well. Alright, up the hill then. And Norris already forming a gap from me. We are stupidly quick through there. Get the car stuck in. Right, so Norris is up next. We're just having to find our time. Sort of thing. We're really struggling here to pace a little bit. Here comes Daniel Ricciardo into 130R. Second time round. This time he pushes me wide, sort of, as he gets the job done, going nicely into the corner. Beautiful work from Daniel Ricciardo then there, as Daniel blasts past us to obviously overtake. And here comes maybe Alexander Albon. Give our teammate a bit of space here, and our teammate does it now down the inside. So we're going backwards in this Grand Prix then. So we're already behind our teammate once again. I feel like my teammate though doesn't have too much more pace than me though. Right now, qualifying would obviously suggest that as well.
Let's increase ERS deployment to up the pace.
And getting a good drive off that corner. Gonna line my teammate up for a manoeuvre. Here we go. That's me back past my teammate Alexander Albon. And yeah, obviously battling hard here with my Formula 1 teammate Alex, as we're sort of dropping Butler a little bit here, I would have thought, or would like to think. Certainly Butler certainly doesn't look maybe as competitive as maybe us. It looks like we can just about battle with the guys in front, whereas Butler, it looks like he's really struggling here for the pace of this race. It looks like if we get a good run through one of these corners, we can certainly make up maybe certainly one or two places as we lose a bit of our rear end. We're going to have to go a bit defensive in here. Albon though is going to get the run down into turn one. We're going to have the inside line. Albon though will obviously shut the door, and that's Albon once again back up into P18 as we're battling here for basically what you could essentially say P18 and 19. Now I've just realised Butler's on the medium compound tyre, so that could explain why he's not been as maybe competitive in this early phase of a race. So yeah, that obviously would probably, to me, explain it then there. I never realised it was on the medium compound tyre until now, but we hit our teammate just a tad, luckily not picking up any damage. Getting a bit of wheel spin off the corner though, as well, for good measure. Now we're going to have to go defensive into Spoon. My teammate may get a good run though, so long he can keep close into 130R. Have to wait and find out. Obviously our pace in a straight line should exactly be the same. My teammate won't have any straight line advantage, maybe unlike Daniel Ricciardo, but my teammate still may make the maneuver around the outside. Not quite. Backs out massively than there does Albon, and we're still able to keep up with some of these front markers, not able to make overtakes, and we've now just had a spin as it all heats up then. So obviously just going to use the flashback here again, because we've been having a decent or fair old race. We haven't made too many mistakes up to now. I feel like we don't want to be too harsh on ourselves, because I'm a bit of a casual racer myself. I'm not someone who takes it too seriously, these games. I do like playing them and I do want to get better at them, yes, but don't get me wrong, I'm never going to make it probably to the professional league, like the Brendan Lee quality. So as I'm not Brendan Lee, what's the point of taking it too seriously? I just want it to be entertaining and fun, and that is a bit shabby. We were driving a bit shabby as we were talking. A lot of waffle probably there, but oh well. Right, lap 5 we're on now. Let's try and make game road now on Norris, because we've got a bit of clean air behind us. Yeah, what I was saying, we've got a bit of clean air behind us, and I feel like now's the right time to make inroads on Lando,
Right, we need to get past here. Use
and we need to.
Use overtake.
To have a competitive race, let's get past Lando. Now we're running also with a bit of an old ICU, by the way. So obviously the ICE, is a bit old, a bit worn. So that could explain some sunny straight line pace deficit.
Engines showing small signs of wear. Power output will be down.
So Bottas is in. I think we're now going into this field of back runners now. Oh dear.
Didn't catch that. Say again.
Power fills the sunny down and sunny fill. The deficit now, feel like, certainly since the guys told me, feels a bit more heavier. Sunny in the drive of corners. Right, this is where we want to make up time, and yes, we have made up a bit of time here. Right, Raikkonen going very slow, so let's try and take advantage of this moment. Ooh, almost running into the back of Norris then there, and again another slide. So we're gonna use a flashback, of course. Ah, balls, getting right up underneath Norris's wing, losing downforce, more or less.
Increase ERS deployment. It's time to use some of this charge.
So right, Bottas is behind. Obviously, Bottas will make overtakes.
Box, we're coming in this lap.
So Weber's gonna come out somewhere just behind Bottas, about, I'd say, no more than a few seconds. And now it's our turn to get past Kimi Räikkönen, who's certainly going a whole lot slower. Yes! Get in there! That is a brilliant move! Oh, what a manoeuvre! And then into the gravel as well, but luckily able to hold the car. Oh wow, what a move that was then there. Up into 15th. Obviously probably will drop down back to 17th then here. Because obviously, yeah, we are going to be overtaken by the two that have made their pit stops. But yeah, brilliant move to get up into 15th position, has to be said. Regardless whether Kimi's going slow or not.
Remember to pit this lap.
So in we come. So we're now going to make our pit stop onto the medium tyre. Shouldn't be delayed here too much.
Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres.
Let's go. So second stint of the race is now on. Oh, big balls. Right. Now.
If you think you can get past, increase ERS deployment to overtake mode.
Come on. Our teammates in.
Alexander is in the pits.
So Alex is in the pits. My teammate may get overtaken by Kimi here, I'm not too sure. Just all depends
5 laps of fuel
on
remaining.
how things go. But can we
Gap to teammate ahead is
secure?
17.7 seconds.
There we go, we're past. Easy. That's us back up into 18th. Teammate status.
Gap to
Oh, crying out loud. I wish I never asked for teammate status there. Teammate status. Teammate status. Teammate status.
gap to car in front is 2.8 seconds.
Teammate status.
We're leading our teammate by 1.9 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. They're in 19th.
best lap overall?
Our best lap so far is a 1:34.4.
Alright. Now just had a look at the lap time. Just wanted to be told.
Let's turn up the ERS deploy.
Who am I racing?
Yellow flag.
Oh, yellow flag. Now
The
just
drivers
on
we're
green.
fighting here are Norris and Albon.
So Butler's now on the hards. Right, okay, that's an interesting strategy. I would have gone... Personally, I would have gone soft then... sorry, medium and soft. The alternate strategy. But... Oddly, he's decided to go... Soft... sorry, medium and hards. So... That's... I guess it's an interesting one.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Certainly wouldn't be my strategy of choice. Right, we're in the final 3 laps then here of the Japanese Grand Prix. So, we're right now, I guess you could almost say in no man's land. We're cruising to a P17 right now. It don't look really like we can challenge too much those in front, unless one of them have technical problems.
2.6 seconds.
Like, just don't look like we've got the pace. It looks like we're just managing to keep up here with those behind. However, it only takes a few seconds, and look how much we're actually gaining on Russell. I think that's Russell! Oh dear, jeez. I hate when I do that. But as I was saying, you could see how much we were gaining on Russell and Norris. And it only takes a moment like this where it only takes one of those to go slower, and then, as you can see, right on the tail.
Energy, switch to overtake and have a go.
Damn the inside, let's send it. Let's go. Next up, Russell. Battling for P15 then here. No wonder why he's got a broken front wing. Norris is just barges me. I guess I deserved that though.
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
Right, let's try and pull away. Up the hill, come on. One more lap we got till we finish in P15. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, baby. Alright, pulled away from Lando here, Lando Norris. So, yeah. So in terms of who's had the better day in the car, really both Weber and Sainz certainly have been up there in the points, playing positions.
This is your final lap of the race.
And there goes Albon. We're now just turned up the wick. A Haas, is that going slowly? I think there's a Haas going slowly, so we need to get past Albon here. Plus, we have a chance then of getting past the black and gold Haas. So, obviously, it looks like P15 and 14 is on. Come on, Albon. You can do it. Oh dear. That could be the mistake that just allows Albon to break away. And it is, so it looks like we're going to be finishing P16. Question is, can my teammate get the position on the Haas? I think it's Grosjean who's going slow there. No, he can't. So neither of us Torosso's teammate finish is only just in front though. So yeah, obviously overall then has to be said, okay then race performance from both of us Torosso's in the end. And finishing position, obviously, yeah.
Ferrari to take the victory today. And
Can't be too happy with that, but oh well. Gotta be happy with, guess in the end what we've got.
Sebastian Vettel will be very happy with that.
So, Lucas Weber, 6th place then.
Let's focus on the driver of the day.
And
Anthony Davidson. Who do you pick?
Sainz in 10th.
He put in the performance today that's only going to build.
Albon gets driver of the day.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Ferrari
We are now behind Lucas Weber in the Drivers' Championship and in the Constructors' Championship then here. So Lucas Weber certainly helping out the Williams team, just what he was brought in to do. Alfa Romeo, well, don't get me wrong, they are still quite a bit in front of Williams, but if Williams, let's say, does that in the next, let's say, 2 or 3 races, they are back on in the fight for maybe even 6th position here. So yeah, it looks like us Toro Rosso and McLaren are fighting now, possibly for the last position in the Constructors' Championship, and only 4 points separate us at the moment. So yeah, really a point score is needed at some point, hopefully soon. In terms of us in the drivers, well, we're down to 12th, and my teammate is now the only non-driver to score in this career mode so far. So really, my teammate is letting down the squad here and needs to pick up some points, at least 1 or 2 points would go helpful here. But yeah, main objective is to finish ahead of really, you know, Williams and McLaren in the constructors, and my goal in the drivers is just to finish well with a decent haul of points. Right now, I feel like I've achieved the haul of points, but I just feel like we're not finishing well at the moment. But yeah, rep goes up then, which is nice to see.
Let's hope for a better
and
race
yeah,
next time out, eh?
Looks like one of your rivals has
overall
also
though,
been invited to a historical event. This could
yeah.
be a good opportunity to play up your rivalry for the press and expand your reputation.
So we're gonna put in a new engine for next race weekend. And that'll be it then. At the moment, obviously, yeah. So we're on our 6th engine this season. Wow, that's a bit of a lot of engines to take in a single season. But yeah, next time will be the Mexican Grand Prix. Then obviously a circuit I don't really know. I didn't really like in F1 2018. I don't know whether it'll change maybe this year. I don't know, but we'll find out, of course, whether or not I'll like it. I guess there was a few circuits I didn't like in F1 2018. This was one of them, along with Singapore, Monaco, and Azerbaijan. So obviously they were the circuits I didn't like. But so far, the circuits I didn't really like in F1 2018, I've seemed to like a bit more in F1 2019. Don't get me wrong, I'm not in love with them, but yeah.
Keep in mind that practice is useful to get used to the
So
track,
gonna now choose our rival.
Gather data for car development. Make sure you don't jeopardize your results by taking these sessions too lightly.
So we've chosen Lucas Weber, the German, of course, as our rival then there. Obviously, we're beating our teammate 2-0 in the rivalries at the moment. We haven't done a rivalry against Weber right now, but Weber's just got ahead of us. As you can see though, in terms of points, 21, the one thing we do have against our name is the fastest lap at the moment. We've got that even before a pole position, which is nice. I think we got that at the Hungarian Grand Prix, which is good, of course. So yeah, but so far still no pole positions or podiums or wins at the moment. Certainly won't be getting the Drivers' Championship this year. Let's see who is right now looking strong to get that Drivers'. So I think Vettel is going to be the man at the moment. Only a few rounds to go. Constructors, I'd say, still all to play for. I think Drivers' there's all still all to play for at the moment. But certainly with the way results going, 4 races to overhaul what, a 40-point deficit is a bit of a comeback, even from Hamilton standards. But yeah, you know, obviously, certainly does look like Vettel's it looks like the way Vettel's season's gone. He had a really strong start, really strong start, and sort of dipped off a little bit around that Spain to France period. Not in terms of results, but in terms of the DNFs. Then obviously a very good European season, which has really just charged him once again back up to where he wanted to be, of course. In terms of us, we had a decent start to our career, sort of dipping off now towards the end, which isn't great. We haven't actually finished higher than 16th in the last, now, what's that, 5 races now? So, yeah, 4 races. No higher than 16th in the last 4 races. It's not our worst result this season. It's that DNF is obviously our worst. In terms of my teammates' performances, well, they've really been very consistent throughout the season. His best result is actually 14th position, which is quite low down considering we've managed to get P6, just like, you know, a bit earlier on in the season, and P5, sorry, as well. So yeah. Obviously, though, Season 2, I think, will be a bit more lively, I got a feeling of. But yeah. Now, obviously, we're not going to try and save any parts just yet. We're going to build up to around that 3,000 mark, then we may save a few. Should we save actually the small ones? Yeah, we should actually. Save the small ones now, sorry. Change of plan. Or could we save them all now, in fact? Oh, this is... I think we've done it. Yes! Get in there. So, that is that done. So we no longer have to worry about saving parts. We've done it. Actually. I've decided to do it like that. So we now can focus on getting the R&D points anyway. For next season. So we're going to have plenty going into next season. We should get a bonus anyway, of what I'm aware, at the end of the season, just like last game. So if we get that bonus, that'd be nice. In terms of engine, we're going to certainly have a strong or a stronger engines. Whether or not anyone takes a hit will be an interesting one. But yeah, the engine shouldn't be any weaker. Red Bull Racing's engine could take a bit of a hit. I'm not too sure yet. In terms of that, obviously, we need to improve there. Really, it's the aero where we need to improve, I feel, right now. But anyway, until next time, thank you for watching. I hope you've had a good time. See you all next time for a brand new video.